done. Yo, what up everybody, it's your boy Casca King here, back at it again with another motherfucking live stream, and I'm here with my boy Queso.
All hail the clock.
All hail Death Clock. Alright, Queso, I'm gonna let you choose. I have two monsters in front of me, and I'm gonna drink one of them. Do I drink Ultra Sunrise, or do I drink Peachy Cream Reserve?
I think you start with Ultra Sunrise.
Alright, Ultra Sunrise it is. Remember, this is your fault.
You're like, should I jump off this cliff or that cliff? But remember, at the end of the day, it's your fault. Like, no! Don't jump off any cliff. Alright, well I don't see you drinking it.
Hold on, I got a message real quick. Now I'm gonna drink it. Alright, it smells like oranges. Oh my god, it's My Float is Pink! Happy Friday, my dude! With the $20 dono! Holy shit! M-F-I-P! MVP of the day, and My Float is Pink.
It is a good casket. Earlier today was like, oh, how you doing, man? I'm like, well, it's a Friday, so that makes things already better.
Yeah. Let me update my donation goal real quick.
I'm glad you can do that where like you don't have to restart the stream or anything. You could just edit it all while on live.
Well, the thing is, it used to update automatically. I don't know why it's not. Me
neither.
Thank you, My Float is Pink, my dude. You are always appreciated.
484. My Float is Pink says, I'm upset. I missed movie night. My phone audio isn't working like it. Will only be able to hear you guys. If my phone was up to my ear, now it's working again. I didn't get it.
Well, that's alright, man. There's always next Thursday. Oh yeah, I haven't had a drink of my energy drink yet. Here we go.
Yeah, we did miss you though, My Float is Pink. Wait, don't chug it, don't chug it, don't chug it, don't chug it. Take it back, yeah.
Oh. Excuse me. Tastes like orange.
This is the uplifting, the morning uplift, right? Sunrise?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. No worries, My Float is Pink next time.
You know what? We're gonna play another Death Clock song in Queso while you're listening. I want you to really listen, and I want you to tell me how many drummers they have.
Okay, I'll take a look. Will I be able to hear this on the Discord or no?
Oh yeah, hold on, let me fucking share screen with you. Hold on. Oh, wait, no, I'm already sharing.
I'm watching. Yeah.
I already am sharing my screen. Alright, so that's even better. Sweet.
Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch. Gotta love Dave Chappelle. Up next is Death Clock's Sky Hunter. All right, and that was Sky Hunter by Death Clock.
So, Casket,
Yes.
I think your question was a trick question.
Oh,
I think there's only one drummer.
you're correct.
I don't know how he does it, though. Seems like his arms would fall off.
Well, the thing about that song is, part of the song, he only plays it with one stick. In the show, they have animators just for animating the hands, so the music, they're playing what they're actually animating, and they've got like a 95% on that. You know what I mean? If I had to grade it.
Yeah.
And in the music video, he loses one of his drumsticks, and he only has one. So then there's parts of the song where he's only playing with the one stick.
Just to flex on us, that's crazy.
I know, you gotta see him play it in real time.
Yeah, well, I kudos to the animation team, because that's when I watch, like, for example, musical or music-based animes and animations. A lot of times they mess that up because it's hard to do.
Oh yeah, cool. we should watch some Death Clock sometime. You can look at the hands when they're playing the guitars, and it matches up like pretty damn well.
Yeah, it's hard to do. It's really hard to do.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, that's why they had a whole separate animation team just for animating like the hands for the music videos.
Good. I hope they got paid well.
I'm sure they did. This was back in 2004, and no, not 4, like 6.
Okay, good. Yeah, because nowadays they'd be paid chump change.
Yeah. Oh man, we gotta watch some Death Clock sometime.
We do, but we also have to keep watching Aspen Hotel. So
yeah, but the thing about Death Clock episodes are, except for season 3, all the episodes are like 12 minutes long.
Oh. Okay, maybe we could do like a marathon then.
My Fliz Pink says, let's watch it for next movie night. Well, there are 2 Death Clock movies.
Are you supposed to watch the show before the movies, or?
I mean, you could just watch a crash course video if you want to. It's not that important.
Well, I trust your judgment when it comes to Death Clock.
Yeah, it didn't get really story heavy until like the 3rd season. So like a 15 to 20 minute video can pretty much cover everything.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you just want to watch the show for the comedy and the music videos, that's another thing.
Would you say the movies are better than the show, or the show are better than the movie?
Oh yeah. Well, I would say the movies are on par with the show.
Okay.
Maybe slightly better.
Ooh, okay.
In terms of the animation, maybe slightly better, but other than maybe a few extra shadows, it's pretty much the same.
That's good, because that means the quality, stayed consistent.
Yeah, I would say so. Like, they had a 10-year gap between their 3rd and 4th album, and I gotta say, when I was adding music from the new album, it was about the same rate as the other 3. Like, I didn't take the whole album, but I took a good 80% of it.
80%.
So I would say their music hasn't really changed in the 10-year gap. It's been pretty consistent.
That's good, because you like their sound and their music. So.
Oh yeah, the thing about Brendan Small is he never learns entire pieces. He only learns sections at a time.
But that means he masters those sections, and then when you put it all together, it sounds great.
Like, he voices half the band with one other guy. He plays half the instruments, like he plays guitar, he does the vocals. Like, you know the head man of the band, you know, the one with the real gravelly voice?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the guy I showed you yesterday, Brendan Small? That's him, that's his voice. Not edited or anything.
Yeah, I don't know how you can do that with your voice.
All he says is the trick to having a good metal voice is to drink a lot of chocolate milk and eat Cool Ranch Doritos beforehand and destroy your throat.
Cool Ranch Dorito.
I agree. Some voice actors say to destroy your voice, if you want to do real rough sounds like this, is to drink a lot of orange juice.
Yeah, or smoke a lot of cigarettes.
Oh yeah, that's how I used to do grandma, you know. Robbie, where are my cigarettes?
Nice. Now you're about to cough anyway from taking a hit.
Maybe.
Above Below is trying to kill you. It says, can we get 3 back-to-back blinkers? I'm like, Jesus,
My
man.
thing don't blink. Like, I can suck on this thing all you want, but it don't blink.
Don't worry, Casket, keep sucking.
You try to kill me, yeah?
That's what I'm saying. No, you can't even, that's not even possible. You can't one-hit the whole cart.
You know the shortest song I have in my music library is a Death Clock song?
I know, it's this song, it's the solo, the guitar solo, right?
No, that's actually not in my library.
Really? Oh, that's the one on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a sick video, because, like, it's like they're standing next to each other, right?
Yeah. But the shortest song I have in my library is a minute 15 seconds.
Is it? I don't know what it is now. But you said it's a Death Clock song.
Yeah. I don't do any songs that don't have any lyrics on my playlist. So this song does have lyrics. And it's the Duncan Hills coffee jingle.
Let's do it. Let's hear it.
Alright, up next is Death Clocks, the Duncan Hill coffee jingle. I don't know about you, but that would be the only coffee I ever drank.
That song made me think of the 3 Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Really?
Yeah, I could just see them like writing to that song.
Yeah, Death Clock has actually done different genres of music in their albums. I'm not going to talk about the government because I get in trouble when I talk about the government, so I'm just not going to do that. Alright, okay, so I'm gonna let you pick the next song. We can either do Death Clock's version of a blues song, or
Blues
we,
song.
huh?
Okay, sorry. What's the other option?
Or we could have the one where they have a full orchestra. Your choice.
Honestly, that's gotta be one of the most difficult questions you've ever asked.
Alright, look, I'll give you the names of the song. The blues one is called Murder Train A-Comin', and the other one is called The Death Harmonic.
God. But can we do both?
I mean, fuck it, why not, man?
Okay, can we start with the blues one, please?
Alright, up next is Death Clock's Murder Train A-Comin', featuring Mashed Potato Johnson.
Mashed Potato Johnson, what a great name.
Alright, and that was Death Clock's Murder Train A-Comin'.
Choo choo, choo choo.
Casket King, any opinions on your competitor, Coffin Lord? I've never heard of him. Huh? God, I could have easily become the Coffin Lord. Ugh.
Ooh.
Alright, up next is Death Clocks. Death Harmonic.
Whoa!
I remember this episode. The entire orchestra gets killed by the laser.
I'm rolling, Casket, I'm rolling.
Yo, and that was Death Harmonic by Death Clock.
I liked Death Harmonic better.
Really?
Yes. Not that the other one wasn't good, but this one was just a hit different. with the orchestra.
I get that. I agree. Alright, up next, we're going to take a little Aussie break. Up next, It's a Raid featuring Post Malone.
Telephone. I know I'm never alone. I've been to places you should never go. God's really Satan and he's waiting for you out the hideaway. I've been locked up for 7 days. I'm never coming out. Wide awake, I feel my heart accelerate. I'm never coming down.
Outside my window there's a silhouette. My rifle's right beside my bed. Oh Lord, I'm running out of cigarettes. Fuck! I've been locked up for 7 days. I'm never coming out. Wide awake, I feel my heart accelerate. I'm never coming down. I'm a sin, you can't get what's already dead. All the fans are waiting for me somewhere. Wide awake, I've been locked up for 7 days. I'm never coming out. Everybody wants me, everybody wants me.
Nice.
Everything I wanna be. Everything I am. Get louder. Won't you come along with me? I wanna see you go fucking animal. Go fucking
Yeah, how many changes are they gonna have next time?
I've been locked up for 7 days. I'm never coming out. Wide awake, I feel my heart accelerate. I'm never coming down. I'm a sin, you can't get what's already dead. All the fans are waiting for me somewhere. Wide awake, I've been locked up for 7 days. I'm never coming out. Shit.
Piece of shit. I'm full of these fucking motherfucking jackets.
Alright, and that was It's a Raid by Ozzy Osbourne.
Fuck you all.
You know what? Okay, so I'm going to play another song I think you're going to like.
Really now.
Now, it's not exactly Death Clock. But it's made by the same guy, Brendan Small.
Oh,
Up
like a
next
Jason.
is Brendan Small. Death Waltz.
This one comes from me, my God, I'm so into you. He never took the time to say you're looking good too. It don't matter now, so I come into you. It's all royalty, I wanna move with you. If you only knew the things I've done to you, I've been to till you break and won't be through with you. The sun turn your shade and you will beg me to, but it's getting late, we better move it. Come on, my way, come on, my way, come on, let's go. Come on, my way, come on, my way, come on, let's go.
Oh, damn! Kind of wish they had the outro a little bit longer.
Alright, and that was Brendan Small's Death Waltz.
You're right, I did like that.
Alright, I'm just gonna start naming off songs from Brendan Small, and you just tell me when one sounds interesting to you. We've got The Agenda, Arena War. We've got Arena War of the Immortal Masters,
Okay.
Beast Blade. We got Become the Storm. Could This Be the End? Danger Tits. Icarus 666. My Name is Murder.
Okay.
Nightmare. On My Way. This next one might catch your interest. Prophecy of the Laser Witch.
Let's do Prophecy of the Laser.
Yeah, most people always do that when they hear the title. Alright, up next is Brendan
Wait,
Smalls.
afterwards, could we do Could This Be the End? That was my second choice.
Hell yeah, I love that track. Alright,
Cool.
up next is Prophecy of the Laser Witch.
Prophecy of the Laser Witch.
Alright, and that was Prophecy of the Laser Witch by Brendan Small. What did you think?
I enjoyed it. Especially when they were doing like the kind of like choir like harmonies, and he would just hold some of those notes. Like, oh,
We got a
that
comment
sounds
here
good.
from My Food is Pink. Casket, are you excited for tonight? Yeah, I'm excited for tonight. It's gonna be real interesting.
You want to do a plug for tonight? Or no?
Well, I'm gonna be on Lynx's podcast tonight, starting at 6 o'clock.
There, be square. Whoop whoop.
You know what? This next one I know almost word for word.
That's good. So I want to hear it word for word though when you're playing it.
Up next is Brendan Smalls. Could this be the end? White silence. Even the fabric with the thumbprint off. Wait for the first wave. Think it's but now glad devastation. Like that will take over the stand. Could it be? The stars get nervous. It's a cardboard ball. They did meals and they'll be gone. I can see you. I can break through. Surprise me too. It's down to you. Yeah, we are the dust from stars now. Yeah. We know we own the right. Yeah. We bring the atmosphere now. Yeah. We're everything outside.
Nice casket.
That's what makes you steady. And the Star Trek path. The fight is the sacrifice. The dark magnetized wrath. And the humanistic closer to the toast. This metal force bidding. While this world is a ghost. Whoa. We were souls. We were always to go. Let it be one last fight with our swords. Save them, call the line. We must die, but we live our life. Cool. And that was Brendan Smalls. Could this be the end?
That was fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
That's what I say every day. I ask myself, could this be the end? Every day I wake up. Maybe today.
Up next is Brendan Smalls. My name is Murder.
Sky
Nice.
Alright, I'm gonna give you a choice. We can either play a song, but also...
you didn't say what song that was.
Oh yeah, that was My Name is Murder by Brennan Small.
Nice.
Alright, here's your choice.
Sophie's choice.
We can either play another song about murder, or we can play a song about what comes after murder.
The cleanup?
No.
Oh. What comes after murder? Okay, you piqued my interest, so I picked that one.
Up next is Death Clock's Laser Cannon Death Sentence.
Oh, feels like a workout, that song.
Alright, and that was Laser Cannon Death Sentence by Death Klok. Well, everybody, it seems my hour is up, and I must go. But remember, I will be on Lynx's podcast tonight at 6 a.m., or not 6 a.m., 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you guys there. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.